Mahathir Mohamad, 92, to lead Malaysia opposition bid for election victory. Malaysia's opposition alliance has named former Premier Mahathir Mohamad as its prime ministerial candidate for this year's general election, although the 92-year-old authoritarian faces an uphill task. With the country's most popular opposition leader, Anwar Ibrahim, in jail, Mahathir is seen as the biggest threat for Premier Najib Razak, who must call an election by August but is engulfed in a corruption scandal. But an independent survey showed the opposition would have difficulty beating Najib, due to divisions within its own camp and unfavorable electoral boundary changes. Once enemies, Mahathir and Anwar have joined up to oust Najib, and an election victory by their alliance could pave the way for Anwar to return and take over as Prime Minister. If the opposition wins, it would immediately start the process to obtain a royal pardon for Anwar so that he can be eligible to become Prime Minister, Secretary-General Saifuddin Abdullah said at the alliance's convention. Anwar's wife Wan Azizah Wan Ismail will be the coalition's candidate for Deputy Prime Minister. Mahathir, who during his 22-year tenure as Prime Minister earned a reputation of being a no-nonsense authoritarian with little time for dissenters promoting liberal values, stands to become the world's oldest leader if the opposition wins. The Mahathir-led opposition, however, looks unlikely to unseat the ruling Barisan Nasional (BN) coalition, according to a survey conducted by independent polling firm Merdeka Center in December. The survey showed that although BN's share of the popular vote will shrink further, it can potentially regain a two-thirds majority in parliament, the Malaysian Insight reported on Sunday. Malaysia's political landscape has been shaped for nearly 2 decades by a bitter feud between Anwar and Mahathir. Anwar was once a protege of Mahathir, and the rising star of Malaysian politics, but they had a falling out in the late 1990s. Anwar was jailed on charges of sodomy and graft, after being sacked as the deputy prime minister. He denied the charges, dismissing them as politically motivated. Anwar later led an opposition alliance to stunning electoral gains in 2013. Najib's coalition lost the popular vote in that election, but won a majority of the seats in parliament. Anwar was again convicted in 2014 for sodomy, a charge he says was an attempt to end his career, and jailed a year later after failing to overturn the verdict.